You are a YouTuber. You ain't a boxer, mate. This guy never took a punch. He's never took one serious punch. Here's what he's took off Anderson Silva. And he's done this. What is that?
Mike Tyson just exposed Jake Paul. And honestly, he's more of a circus act than a fighter. Dodging drug tests. Accusations of bribing refs. This guy can't even follow basic boxing rules without breaking them every chance he gets. Low blows, holding, hitting behind the head. He does it all. And somehow the refs are looking the other way. Suspicious? Jake Paul is a fraud. And guess who's here to tell you all about it? The one and only Mike Tyson. Yep, the guy who bit off ears in the ring and still came out on top is now exposing Jake Paul for being what we all secretly knew. A dude who's terrified of a fair fight. Let's be real, Jake might be the loudest voice on YouTube, but in the boxing world, he's just noise.
And in my book, if you refuse to do something, you're guilty. So
Tyson has been in this game for over 40 years. He's faced legends, taken hits that would put most of us in a coma, and still walked out of the ring like it's a regular Tuesday. Jake, he's been here for what? 4 years. And we're supposed to believe he's on the same level. Absolutely not. Tyson's had enough of the nonsense, and honestly, who can blame him? Jake's meteoric rise to boxing stardom looks a bit too fishy. From a scrawny YouTuber to a bulky fighter in just a few years? Yeah, right. And let me tell, Jake himself is terrified of Tyson.
Yo, when you see Mike Tyson hitting them pads, you get a little nervous. Yeah.
Bro was running at lightning speed today.
He definitely is looking like a fucking animal. I will say people are underestimating me though, because when I go to his comments, they're just saying like if Mike loses, then fighting is rigged, because they see how good he looks on the mitts.
I can see it watching from the sides when you have fought everyone else, where they all go, holy shit, this YouTuber hits much harder than I thought he did. And you can see it change in their eyes. I'm not sure Mike will have that moment. Contrary to your belief, I think Mike is not underestimating you.
When you see Mike Tyson hitting from the sides. Dana White knew something was off too. Dana straight up accused Jake of juicing. Steroids, people. Dana wasn't playing around either. He dared Jake to undergo random steroid testing for 2 years. And let's not forget, this isn't just some out-of-nowhere accusation. Jake's transformation was wild. One day he's vlogging about pranks, and the next, he's looking like a low-budget Hulk. I mean, how? The internet went nuts, and it wasn't just fans throwing shade. UFC fighters, boxing veterans, they all started side-eyeing Jake's glow-up.
Challenge for Jake Paul. So this guy keeps saying that I'm a cokehead, right? He can randomly cocaine test me for the next 10 years. If I can randomly steroid test him for the next...
Tyron Woodley, one of Jake's opponents, joined the Something Ain't Right club. And Joe Rogan? Oh, you know Joe had something to say. Jake tried brushing it off, swearing up and down that his gains were all natural. Yeah, sure, Jake. You just ate your veggies and hit the gym, huh? If that's how it works, we'd all be shredded by now. But Jake, being Jake, tried to flip the script on Dana White. He went all in, claiming, if you test me, test all your UFC fighters too. Classic deflection. Instead of addressing the accusations, he's pointing fingers at others. But come on. In a sport like boxing, where careers can rise and fall on accusations, Jake's walking a thin line. And everyone knows it.
I believe that you're a cheater, and I believe that you use steroids. So I want to randomly steroid test you for the next 2 years.
Jake can keep denying the steroid accusations, can keep running from lawsuits, and can keep pretending he's on the same level as real boxers. But at the end of the day, Mike Tyson, Dana White, and pretty much the entire world of combat sports are onto him. And guess what? Jake Paul's clock is ticking.
No, I fancy him for it, to be honest. I fancy your man's a bit windy. The other cat's a bit windy. Yeah. you know. So, but he's a donkey. The guy's a donkey, yeah, do you reckon? Yeah. But what's a donkey has a kick as well. So you just got to be worried of that. So, but I just think, mate, weather and that is normal. And be careful and be in his face and I just think it's really neat, you know, really neat.
Jake Paul and bribery. Now that's a rumor that fits just a little too perfectly, doesn't it? The guy who's built his entire career on controversy is being accused of paying off referees to get those wins. Seriously, are we surprised? Let's break it down. Apparently, Jake's been pulling some sneaky moves in the ring. Fouls like low blows, holding and hitting behind the head. You know, the kind of stuff that gets you penalized in professional boxing. Except, in Jake's case, the refs are suddenly blind. No penalties, no warnings. Just a pat on the back and go on, Jake, keep doing your thing. Now, for any other fighter, these kinds of fouls would result in immediate punishment, maybe even a disqualification. But for Jake Paul, nah, he gets a free pass. And this is where the whispers of bribery start. People are wondering if Jake's victories are as real as he claims, or if there's some under-the-table deal going on with the refs to make sure his hand gets raised at the end of the fight. It's not just one fight either. It's starting to look like a pattern, and everyone's starting to connect the dots. Let's talk specifics. Remember Jake's fight against Tyron Woodley? Yeah, that one. During the match, Jake was accused of holding an illegal move in boxing. You know what happens when you hold, right? The ref's supposed to step in, give a warning, maybe dock some points. But Jake, he got nothing. Absolutely nothing. It was like the ref just didn't see it. And it's not just Tyron Woodley's fight. There have been whispers about Jake pulling similar stunts in other fights, like low blows and rough hits behind the head. But every time, the refs just seem to forget the rules. But let's not forget Jake's famous dodge move. Remember when he backed out of the fight with Tommy Fury? Fury, an actual boxer with an actual legacy, was supposed to be Jake's real test. This was going to be the moment when Jake had to face a legit boxer. And what happened?
But he refused point blank to sign up to the drug testing people's ARDA. Now, to me, that's very naughty because we're meant to be in a high-profile fight, what's going out being all over the world, and he won't sign the drug testing.
Jake Paul refusing to take pre-fight tests from the Voluntary Anti-Doping Association, VADA. Yeah, you can bet that got everyone talking. Instead of going through with the tests like any serious fighter would, Jake opted out. That move, it didn't exactly scream confidence. People started wondering if maybe Jake's transformation from a YouTuber to a bulked-up boxer wasn't so natural after all. Now let's be clear, VADA doesn't play around. Their testing is about as intense as it gets, and if you've got even the slightest thing to hide, they'll find it. So when Jake decided to dodge those tests, it wasn't just a minor slip-up. It was a calculated move, and let's be honest, it made things look way worse.
That it is illegal to use his steroids, and that's what he's doing to gain an edge. Well, I feel sorry for him.
Then there's the fight with Ben Askren. From the first bell, people said something felt off. The ref was way too easy on Jake, letting him get away with tactics that would have landed other fighters in serious trouble. But nope. Jake walked away unscathed. No warnings, no penalties. People were scratching their heads, wondering what exactly was going on. Was it just a case of bad officiating, or was there something more sinister happening? You can bet the rumor mill was working overtime on this one, and the idea of bribery started gaining some serious traction. And honestly, does it even sound that crazy? Jake Paul, with his money and connections, could easily be slipping a few dollars to keep things in his favor.
And in my book, if you refuse to do something, you're guilty. So,
boxing has a long history of shady deals and questionable decisions. Corruption isn't new here. Jake, with his massive influence and bank account, could easily be orchestrating a way to keep his unbeaten record intact. And who's to say his promotional team isn't behind the scenes, pulling strings and making sure Jake comes out on top, no matter what happens in the ring? Boxing is no stranger to scandals. We've seen it all before. Match fixing, corrupt officials, you name it. Jake's ability to avoid consequences for fouls that would cost other fighters big is definitely suspicious. It's like every ref in his fights has been told to go easy on him. Coincidence? Or is there something else going on? The real question now: how long can Jake keep running from the truth? Whether it's avoiding real fighters, dodging lawsuits, or denying steroid use, it's all starting to pile up. And with guys like Mike Tyson calling him out, Jake's carefully crafted house of cards is looking shakier by the day. Because at the end of the day, Jake Paul can't keep dodging forever. One way or another, it's all going to catch up with him. And when it does, well, let's just say it won't be pretty.